Salutations, family, and peace to everybody out there in YouTube land. I'd like to welcome you all back to Inside the Eye of the Storm. When I was scouring the internet earlier this week, I came across this real profound clip of a Mr. Busta Rhymes, and he was a guest on the Breakfast Club. And the reason I wanted to highlight this clip is because Busta Rhymes showed an immense amount of candor, and he gave a master class of how black men should interact and how black men should acknowledge one another. And we as black men can take a note from Busta Rhymes and go forth and move forward and understand this is how we should be interacting with our brothers in fellowship.
We had Coco Jones up here.
Yeah.
And Coco Jones said she was at the Rock Nation brunch.
Right.
She ran over to an individual that she thought was you.
Right.
And did the whole Busta Rhymes verse and realized it wasn't you.
Yo, you know, I heard so much about. I didn't catch it when she was up here, but I got the interview sent to me, and I definitely bugged out when she said that. And I'm like, how could she not know it's me?
And then we asked E40.
But you know,
and E40 was like, I didn't even go to the brunch. I wasn't there. It wasn't me.
Wait, she said she spit it to E40? E40? Let me just big him up real quick, please. Big up E40, new album, Rule of Thumb, out now. Number 2, E40 is one of the most incredible MCs to me, and one of the illest when it comes to the linguistics.
Oh, yeah.
And not only that, his get to the bag game is so disrespectful.
Absolutely.
The wine, the food, the music, the real estate. He's just one of my biggest inspirations is E40. I'm not asking you about how you feel about it. I'm telling you how you need to feel about it. And man, it's truthfully like a manual on how to become a boss on a level that you've never seen one from day one. Been independent, still independent, not just in music, outside of the music. Funds his own wine companies, funds his own food companies. Like, he don't play with nothing when it comes to that business.
Y'all look nothing alike.
We look absolutely nothing alike.
That was beautiful what you said about him, but nothing like him.
Nothing alike. But that's my big brother, though.
Me personally, I've never been a big fan of the Breakfast Club because to me, the Breakfast Club sowed seeds of dissent within the black community. I don't see a lot of benefit to the black community that this platform serves. This platform is an immense platform. It's hosted out of New York City, one of the major cities in the country, and as one of the most prominent Afro-American platforms or platforms targeted, and the main demographic of their audience is Afro-Americans. To me, this platform has never done nothing to uplift black people. It's done nothing to advance the movement of black people or the upward mobility of black people, and it's done nothing to enhance the light that black people are viewed in nationwide. To me, it's sowed seeds of dissent. They've tried to perpetuate beef between artists, and this is a prime example of what I'm talking about. This happens countless times in the black community, and I've seen situations like this go on to become deadly in a lot of circumstances. What they did, they introduced the idea to Busta Rhymes that a young lady, Coco Jones, that had mistook another rap legend, Mr. E40, for Busta Rhymes. She went on to spit one of his rhymes to him to show that she could actually remember the lyrics and go on to spit the lyrics. And what they actually tried to do, they tried to antagonize Busta Rhymes into saying something negative about E40. They were saying that she mistook Busta Rhymes for E40. And what they were trying to do, they were trying to perpetuate a narrative that made it seem negative. A lot of times in the black community as brothers, we don't like to be called other men. And I understand that with a lot of gentlemen. But when you look at this in this instance, I've seen this become deadly so many times in the black community. They go fishing and they try to antagonize Busta Rhymes into saying something negative inadvertently about E40, in which E40 might take as disrespect, and E40 comes back and says something negative to Busta Rhymes, and the next thing you know, we have a catastrophic chain of events that occur, and we're looking at a war. You're talking about two OGs in the game, two veterans in the game, and I mean two legends. Busta Rhymes from New York City, ever since his Tribe Called Quest days, he's a legend in the city, and he's well respected. E40 out on the West Coast in the Bay Area is a certified legend and a veteran, a 5-star general out on the West Coast. His slang is phenomenal. He's served as one of the most profound lyricists, and not only lyricists, but linguists in the black community that has entered so much slang into popular lexicon. It's ridiculous, and it's sad that he's never recognized for his greatness as a linguist in the Afro-American dialect. But when you look at this, Busta Rhymes gives such a profound masterclass in how we should treat our brothers and how we should recognize our brothers. While you see DJ Envy trying to antagonize Busta Rhymes into saying something negative about E40, that's the exact opposite of the road Busta Rhymes took. And Busta Rhymes showed his maturity and the level of intelligence that he's at right now in his age, at the age he's at, and how much of a gentleman he truly is. He took a circumstance that could have been misconstrued, and he could have said something negatively to respond in response to DJ Envy about E40. But what he did, he took that opportunity to not only what they say in today's lexicon, big up E40. He gave E40 major props. He showed the utmost respect to E40. He showed the respect to E40 not only as a rap legend, but as an entrepreneur, as a black businessman, as a philanthropist, as in multifaceted. E40 is a multifaceted individual that we as black men can actually look up to, because he took his rap career, he used that as a springboard to catapult himself and to become a successful entrepreneur in so many different phases, whether it's his seasonings and his cookbooks, whether it's his wine and his real estate. He's multifaceted in business, and he has a mind for business. But that's one thing that the black man is never acknowledged for, is his mind for business. Everything has to be about entertainment and athletics, but this right here shows that Busta Rhymes actually gets it. He understands that as black men, we need to exhibit fellowship, we need to exhibit brotherhood, and we need to uplift one another. I see people all the time, they like to use the crab in the barrel analogy to describe the black community. But what people don't understand is that crabs in a barrel only exhibit the behavior of pulling one another down when they're in that artificial environment of the barrel. When you remove those crabs from the barrel and you put them in their natural environment, crabs actually uplift one another and actually carry each other so all of them can eat from the top. That's what people don't understand. We like to use this analogy, but we don't understand. It's not the behavior of the crabs that should be actually analyzed. It's actually the artificial environment and the artificial stress placed upon the crabs that cause the unnatural behavior of pulling each other down is what should be scrutinized. This brother Busta Rhymes just gave a master class on what we should do as brothers to uplift one another and really hold each other up. That's going to be all for me on this one, family. I'll see you next time on Inside of the Eye of the Storm. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.